The Guardian of Winds! They're really breaking wind.
Look, so you finally found the other warrior.
Sierra.
Do you not see? You are being tricked! Blast it, Dracorius!
Yeah, this place looks gorgeous, man. So much little detail, the plants and stuff moving around and stuff, like, on the fly. Like, so many, it's just so pretty. Now, okay, it's very important to note the difference between what's possible with 2D and 3D. When you create a 3D environment with 3D assets, each of those assets has to be created individually, okay? And then placed and modified in the area that they persist in, okay? When you do something like this is just one picture. I mean, it's actually a couple pictures because there has actual animation on it, but basically, this is just one singular picture slapped down. It's just hand-drawn art, but it's actually layered images, like this. Here, I'll show you. See how I'm behind the bush here? It's because the bush that I'm behind, this whole bush area, right? All of that, or whatever. That's a separate image, basically. But it's all just kind of layered on top of one another to give layering effect. So this is the front layer, and then I have a middle layer, and then the backdrop here is the bottom layer. And then there's another layer that's the parallax behind the trees, which is the horizon. That's a parallax. And it's the same image. It's basically one image, but it's just kind of cut up into pieces and then layered on top of one another. So I mean, you're not having to create all these individual assets and place them in the world like you do with 3D. That's why it's more impressive to have a more detailed environment in 3D, because this is just one image, more or less, just drawn and then layered out. So it's still gorgeous, it's still beautiful, and it doesn't like compromise the integrity of the visuals just because you know how it's made. The artists truly knew what they were doing, and it's a gorgeous environment with a beautiful aesthetic. But having this kind of environment detail in a 3D game is far more impressive. We just got done playing a game earlier this week that had that kind of visual integrity of just disgustingly good world environment detail. What was the name of the it was Last of Us 2. I can't press buttons. Jak and Daxter. I mean, that game was pretty good visually for a PS2 game. Village of the Breaking Wind.
What are you doing here? Away with you! Squawk?
Windcallers, Dragoons of Aggravator.
So you are the Dragoon of Dracorius.
I have come for your master. Take me to him.
Right, our master sits atop the mountain. See if you can make it.
Damn, that tail sway though. Look at them hips. Them hips don't lie.
How dare you? Fool, do you think we know not of your plans?
Bro, you just said I dare you, and then you're just like, and he's like, okay. And you're like, no, you're not supposed to take the dare, nah. I would not be bested by such attacks.
Impressive, Dragoon of Dracorius.
Here I come. I guess I don't know what happened there. Things went randomly, and then they flew away, I guess. What's up, Zund? How you been? Oh, this is pretty. The mark of a truly great artist The mark of a truly great artist is being able to... Can I do stuff, or are you just gonna spam bullshit on me that makes me so I can't do anything? Boy, just when you thought you couldn't, the combat couldn't get any more boring, the game just locks you into doing nothing. But the mark of a truly great artist is being able to create beauty out of dull environments. You know what I mean? Forbidden Ring, Oakwood Ring. So like you have a really kind of boring environment, like this is just like slate stone, gray stone, but they somehow have made it beautiful, like with just the way the stones are assembled and jutting rocks popping out and different, you know, layers and stuff, and with the pink flowers alongside it. Like they took a boring style of environment, which is just a very basic colored mountainside, and they made it beautiful with different types of cracks in the ground on the sides and, you know, different texturing everywhere you go. It's beautiful. I can't tell you how many times I've played like a PS1 or a PS2 era RPG, and it's just like that you get into the mountain and it's just mountain. It's just brown or gray, and that's it. There's nothing else. It's just brown and gray with very simple texturing. Breath of Fire 3 comes to mind on that, to be honest. The visuals of that game were rather dull. The sprite work was fantastic, don't get me wrong. Like, the enemy sprite work was bonkers good, but the environment detail was very dull. No, Breath of Fire 3 is what I was saying. I don't remember Breath of Fire 4. Breath of Fire 4 also had really ridiculously good sprite work, yeah. Both of Breath of Fire 3 and 4 had amazing sprite work and animation. But the environment, I'm just speaking for Breath of Fire 3 specifically, the environment detail was very dull and boring and repetitive and didn't have a lot of texture work to it. And that's exactly the problem, is like, you know, you get a boring environment and they keep it boring. I like how the hidden pass was the least hidden pass in all the game, yet regular passageways that are required to take are super hidden. You shall not pass! Death awaits you. Blip. Really? I'm just not using skills anymore. We're just gonna do this and win. Bastards! Some kind of barrier. Yeah, we're just gonna press X and win. No need to use skills or combos or anything. Just X. Just time your X press. Whap, 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 whap. You know what this is? It's a fob. Right? Is that what it's called? Fob? It's like what's that stand for? Fob again? Anyone care to venture the over/under on BGG's crucially needing to use skills at some point in the future of the game now that he's sworn them off? The only fob you know isn't very nice. Hold on. Maybe it's not fob, but fob that I know of is like a key, a lock key opener, electronic key thing, but... No. Remember what we were talking about in Kingdom Hearts 2? How smashing X and triangle was like a very too easily given to the player I win button? What's the acronym and what does it stand for again?
So the Dragoon of Dracurius is out to steal the life of the Master Aggravator. Die, fool!
Yeah, where's Psycho Sheep? He would know. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is there's such a thing in game design or like if the game developers give you an ability that's very good and it's very easy to execute, having another ability that's extremely difficult to execute that only does a minor amount of damage means you'll never use it because it's way too like difficult to do versus the tiny amount of damage upgrade that you get. And the game has given me the I win button, which is press X very like intermittently, and that's just whap whap whap. That's it. That's all I have to do. It's Kingdom Hearts 2 all over again. It's like the meta execution like what's like the what is it? It was like no, opportunity cost is more of an economic turn. It's like frick. I forget the term, but it's not a super well dragon blood apparently. All right. But basically, the game has given me attacks that are far more optimal and very easy to execute, so there's no reason for me to, like, do anything else. It's like, I'm pretty sure it starts with an F. But yeah, anyway, there's a term that explains that. Psycho Sheep would know, but he's not around. He was here earlier today. Anyway, the game has given me this, basically this I win button. And there's no reason for me to press any other buttons, ever. Which unfortunately, despite whether or not there's actual depth to the combat, I'll never experience it because there's no reason to. The game has given me zero motivation to want to try it, and zero indication that there even is more to do. So I might as well just press this, because I can stun lock anything in the game until they do like iframe stuff. So what's the point, you know? Why bother? Some kind of barrier. Okay, just put a barrier up, don't... Seems we have fallen into the Wind Caller's trap. We will get nowhere without defeating them. Cool, you chose wrong randomly. I hate it when game designers think that random failure is good design. Random is never good, ever. Randomly, you'd lose. Padding the game time? I mean, that's usually what it's used for, is to pad game time. Wait, did we go all the way back to the beginning? Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Oh my god! I thought it was like some random illusion I had to work through. It even put me on the other side of the screen. Oh god! Oh boy! Like, the placement that it gave me was so unintuitive to what actually was. Like, it looked like it was some kind of random forest illusion that I had to get through or something, not like actually at the beginning. So it points me in the left direction, suggesting that I need to go left. And it even says we need to fight our way through. But then fucking, it's not even, oh my god, I'm so mad at that bullshit. I'm so mad. Oh, what an absolute joke of game design. Now we get to hope. Now we get to sit here and climb the entire mountain all over again, and hope that we know which path it is that we're choosing before we choose it, and not guess wrong again, and get stun locked by these damn eggplants. Which we're getting stun locked. Finally, I was mashing X the whole time, and I finally got out of that stun lock. God, how can a game be so like, I've always said that when a game is visually stunning, it usually says a lot about a game's design, because if they spent that much time working on the visuals, it's a good indication that they spent a lot of time on other things like game mechanics and game design and everything like that. This is not a good indication. This game's visuals are not a good indication of the game's design or anything. Alright, I want to say I think I'm back to where I was before. I don't know. Okay, good. It actually puts a statue there, so you know. Thank you. At least it was courteous enough to do that. The Grinch, is that you? Please don't steal Christmas. I like Christmas. Don't steal it. Thank you. Stop stealing my XP, you little shit. Another boss where I press the X button. I'm really scared of it. X button, X button, X button, X button, X button, X button, X button. Oh, I won. Aggravator. I knew it was some sort of barrier. We're just killing these bird people for no reason other than we want to. Geiga's glove. First order operational. Thank you. That's the one. Foo. First order operational. What that means basically, or first order optimal, that's what it is. First order optimal. It basically just means that you are getting this ridiculously optimal ability right out of the gate, and nothing else is going to compare to it, even if there is depth to the combat. Let's go. Like Kingdom Hearts 2 did this. You just mash X and triangle and you can win 99% of the game. Even on proud mode, by the way. And that's what they've done. They've given me an OP ability with just pressing X. And so there's no reason to do any combos or like even if I do a combo, what else do a combo? See, look at that. It locks me into place. So I can't move during that whole swing time, you know? It just animation locks me. And I don't do as much damage when I'm not pressing buttons. But if I time it just right, I just press X, which is the first hit of the combo, and I just do that over and over and over again. That's it. That's all I gotta do. Because the game hasn't balanced the other abilities to be useful enough to use over pressing X. I'm just getting stuck on terrain in the cutscene.
What do you want, whelps? We may be weak, but we serve Aggravator. We stop you with our lives.
Such worthless lives.
What was that?
I said your lives are worthless, and I'm gonna kill you.
It is done. Listen to the strong.
That is a really bad mentality. Hey, I'm stronger than you, so thus I'm right. Okay. This guy studied the blade while we were watching BGG. Yep. While you I can't even. I was studying the blade. While you were watching BGG, I was studying the blade. While you were wasting your life with memes, I was studying the blade. New track. Unless this is the Rocky one.
Aggravator, I have come for your... It's Aquafina. I have come for your mana in my master's stead. Dragoon of Dracorias, are you aware of what he is plotting? Do not waste my time. Foolish knave, you have yet to learn fear.
Oh yeah? Fear my X spam. He's farting! He's farting! Cool, just in time for him to go iframes. Awesome. I literally can't avoid that. That's great.
Looks like you were nothing to my ex-spam. Ha 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 ha! Agra Darth Vader, the underworld awaits you.
First Order Optimal.
A mana stone, still pretty small. Hope, this is a reward from Decorius, take it.
Dragon Bone AF.
I have received the power of mana. Why do you do such unspeakable acts?
Alright, where am I gonna put my bone? Any suggestions? We'll put it right here. Right next to home. Is that a dead Blastoise? Those look like cannons on either side. It's a dead Blastoise. The Bone Fortress. The field trip. We're gathering herbs that grow on the hill. Okay. We go to the Academy of Magic. We're working on triple region. Okay. Okay. Together 3 regions for me. Bring them back and I'll mix them. Oh my god, it's full of spooky skeletons. Miss Thessinus. It's alright, we're working hard. Good. Whew, that teacher's way too scary. Okay, I don't understand, but sure. Spooky skeletons, blah 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 blah. Fairy scales, spotted silver mushrooms, Flurgenbergy. Wait, we're getting really close? Wait, what? To what? What? No. No. No! One of them is okay. I love guessing games so much. So much. Okay, I think I do understand what's going on here though, but I think it's a Gypsy Tooth and Fairy Scales. And then maybe let's try this one. Sprouting Leaves. That's rude. One of them is okay. Okay. So that means Gypsy Tooth is for sure one. And Spotted Silver Mushroom, maybe? I hate everything about guessing games like this, especially because the NPCs move around. There's no indication of which one gives which other than memory, and you have no clue to go by. You don't know what they're offering. You can't say no to what they offer. You just have to take it, and the end. You can't be like, oh no, I didn't want that one. Say no to that NPC. Nope, you just have to completely ask the fortune teller in Domina. Fuck. Why would I go all the way back there? It'd be faster just to play process of elimination. Holy pen. Sparkles. Nope, that's not it. Oh, it was never Gypsy Tooth. Which means this one must have been it. Fairy Scales. Brass ore. So fairy scales, maybe green moss. Were you green moss? Were you green moss? Maybe sparkles then, I guess. So sparkles was right. It's gotta be Rat Tail because Square Enix, or Squaresoft rather. Maybe not. Almost. We'll eventually get it. We know two of them. At this point, it's just guessing the last one. I've never seen Roly Poly yet, so that could be it. I haven't seen that one yet. I love how they move around all the time, so you never know which one is which. It's such good design. Wow. Even if I knew the answer, I'd still be guessing a lot of the time on which NPC is which. There we go. That's the one I wanted. I knew there was one that I hadn't seen recently. We made some triagram. When little kids take this, it makes their heads explode. What? One time, Bud drank some by mistake and he ran around all day. I can't give you any of that, but here, take this. Great. Great. That's... yeah. Okay. I think we just made help kids mad. I said something. Oh, now we're going to do something else, I guess. And again, what is that strange voice? What happened? Actually, we're all drugged out of our minds. We've been using these herbs and minerals as regions for our potions. The herbs on the hill will cure anything, but lately there's been a weird voice coming from inside that bony castle. People say that an old dragon called the Dragon of Knowledge lives there. Dragon of Knowledge, is that like a lizard? Yep. Whoa! The cranium, here it comes! What? Okay. The ghost of Nemesis, I guess.
Away with you, humans. This place is not for you.
I'll stay.
A dragoon, could it be? We have come to see Jajara. Let us through. Never, evil ones. I shall exterminate you here and send you back to the underworld.
Oh god, is this gonna be one of those teleports behind you, nothing personal kid fights? Or is he gonna learn the true power of the X button? Kaboom! He exploded. That's pretty cool. Hallway of cartilage. Looks like some kind of trap. Be careful here. What the? Giant's horn seems like it could be a spear. This looks safe. Look, there's candy. Everything is fine. See, they're giving us candy. Totally safe. It might just be full of skeletons and bones and death and zombies and skeletons and stuff, but it's candy. What place is dangerous that has candy, right? So, I mean, yeah, it's fine. So you young'uns were trapped here in the Bone Forest too, huh? Well, I'll help you out. There you go. If you ever get lost, just ask my friends, I'll help you out. Thanks, buddy. You led me into a trap! Oh. No, you didn't. Thanks, buddy. We have Yagamoth back! Yes! Demon meat. Nice to meet you. Because he's meat. Walmart has candy and is super dangerous. True. True. Blap. Nice whiff. I hate everything about special attacks. They don't even look all that cool. They're kind of pretty lame, to be honest. It's like a jump slash. I mean, I could just do that normally. Could use a combat rebalance mod, also like a hitbox fix as well. A lot combat wise. The hitboxes are mostly fine. You just gotta learn, because it's a 2D game, to just hit the sprite itself and not where you think the sprite is based on the shadow, you know? Like TMNT games are like that, or beat 'em ups or anything like that. You gotta hit the sprite, regardless of where it's suggesting that it's positioned. Missed again somehow. Excuse me, my hitbox is up here? Ugh, men. I can't go on. The fortress has me. Let me be. Oh, okay. Looks like a skull that opened a path somewhere. I don't get it. There's been like 2 pathways that I could take. So I just... It's like one giant loop and that's all I have. Why do I only have one loop? Hey, Dauntines! What's up, dude? Thank you for the 29 months of Twitch Prime. So I released the spirit and then nothing happened. Oh boy. Boy, howdy, this game sure is obtuse. Really? I smashed the ever-living hell out of those buttons from every direction, and then randomly, when I'm like barely even touching it from the bottom left corner, then it opens? So, you youngers are tapped here in Bow Fortress too? I'll help you out. Where do you want to go? Third floor. Are you looking for Lark? Why do you serve Dracorius? You must know why Dracorius is trying to kill the dragons. I know. So you went around slaying dragons with full knowledge of his plan. You disgust me. For the honor of Jajara, I shall slay you myself. No, you won't. You're gonna learn the power of the X button. Wow, leave Yaga alone. I'll save you, Yaga! What a joke of an ability, man. Never using that one again. By the gods, your powers are too strong! But someday I will stop you. Wow, imagine killing her behind that wall and not knowing that there's a key there. Holy shit, that would be brutal. I barely saw that it was there. Show of hands, has anybody ever done that? Has anybody ever played this game, got to that part, killed that character, didn't know that the key drop was there because it was behind the wall? I imagine it's probably not super common, but dang. Dang. The fact that I barely saw it. Rib cage hallway. Such a happy little area. A monster egg. Great. I don't care. I see the door there. But I don't think it's letting me use the key to open the door because of the damn egg. Fine. Let me catch you. Why did it eat that one randomly? Great, I got it. I got the undead egg. No. Okay, I'm out. Cute bone castle, yeah. You are not a hat. Stop trying to make me wear you. Bad monster. Nada. Hey buddy, what's up? Oh, I probably gotta get my second friend before... Yeah, my sister. Got Ash Ketchum. Sorry, I can't believe I would fall for such a trap. Put him back in the box. Oh. Did you just kill somebody? I once killed someone when I was younger and thought I was doing the right thing. But then I was cut down, betrayed by a friend. You may think you're right, but one day you'll be killed too. As long as everyone believes they're right, mankind will never change. Is that what you really want? 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 So, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Okay, and that was an enemy, I guess. Dragon steak. Tasty. Boom! It's actually Spice Girls. Thank you, Greg Young, for the 15 months of Twitch Prime. I hate that I have that knowledge and can correct you on that. Oh. Yeah. I wouldn't be either. Bring a whole army if you wish, you will not pass. Why, it's Lark the Conqueror. Well, if it isn't Deathbringer. Now I see. So you are the servant of Dracorius. You should be quite an opponent. Ha 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 ha! Oh. I kept trying to use an ability, and it wouldn't let me. And then as soon as he went iframe, then it did let me use it. Love this game. So good. It's not letting me attack. It keeps on glitching me out against the wall. I'm stuck. It's not letting me move. There we go. It keeps making me do this like in-place scoot thing. It's really annoying. Yeah, definitely Dark Ledge vibes from haha, most impressive. You just might be the one. You have nothing to lose. But I suppose that neither do I. Throne of Corpses sounds pleasant. I sense the power of mana that blasted Jajara. He must be close. Jajara is the stead of my master Dracorius. I have come to slay you. Dracorius, yet still do you selfishly crave mana? Have we not seen enough bloodshed? Foolishness! Utter foolishness! Oh, cute dragon, ayaya! Seeing Yagamoth. I actually finally hit with a special finally. Oh my god, and it just completely murdered him. Phase 1. Over. That's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know what that's gonna do for him, though, but, I mean, yeah, sure. You're a statue now, thing. Boom! Blah. Dracorius, that monster almost destroyed us all. Fear not, this time you'll rest forever in the underworld. I knew I sensed the power of mana here. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Come on, Yagamoth, let's go. Come on, boy. What's it good, Yagamoth? The Mana Room. So thanks to this guy, the herbs around here are imbued with great power. And Jajara tried to hide that by building this castle. How greedy. Now I'll take all the power for myself, which is totally not greedy. You look like you want to ask me something. About mana. I know not why the power of mana exists, but I do know that its power is vast. I've even heard that it can raise all from the underworld. You shouldn't think too much about it. Here, this is from Dracorius. Green King. Lord Dracorius takes great interest in your accomplishments, and there is but one mana stone left. Our day of return is near. Oh, he definitely got busted up. the White Forest. That looks pretty green to me, actually. But whatever. This is the territory of Vadis, the White Dragon. There is something in this forest that throws off my senses. If we follow her scent, we should find the right path. I will concentrate on picking up her scent. You should lead me. Do not worry about the details. It will be all right. The Dragon Princess. She gonna die. Let's go. I like how it forces me to transition whether I'm right or wrong. It could be like, no, it's not this way, and then you turn around. I know, guidance, it's kind of scary. I'm not sure what to think. And then it forces you to transition. Why? Why does it force you to transition after you're being told, no, it's the wrong way? You can still explore, but just don't force the transition, you know? Just like go, hey, I think it's the wrong way, but you can still go there, you know? It just wasted loading time. It's totally unnecessary loading times. Dun-dun, 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 dun. Or they could be like a scent mechanic where he like actually leads the way, but doesn't. He's like, I can smell her, you lead the way. Like, how does that make sense? I can smell her, you go ahead and lead the way, and I'll just tell if you're right or wrong. More guessing games. Because everybody loves guessing games. You ever get that person? It's like, guess what? Guess what? And you're like, what? What's up? You're like, guess! And then you're just supposed to like, what? I don't know. What the hell am I supposed to get? That's what this game does to you 100% of the time. It's that kid, that really annoying kid that just wants to like, guess what? Guess what? And then gives you no hint whatsoever. And then it never tells you unless you actually guess right. Oh, this forest is so gorgeous though. Really pretty. Cute Caterpie. I wish I had a cool ability like that, but instead I don't. We're closing in on Vadiz's lair. Let's go. Ear of wheat. Got him. There was only one direction to go. Of course it was the right way. Lark. So you finally come this far.
Sierra, where is Vadiz?
Lark? Can you not see what Dracorius is trying to do? He did not order you to slay dragons for the sake of revenge. He is trying to snatch mana energy, the source of all power in the world.
That I know.
Fool, do you not see what would happen if Dracorius returned to the surface?
Enough, Sierra.
Lark,
If Dracorius returns to the surface, then I, his knight, shall return as well.
what are you saying?
Please, Sierra, do not interfere.
I am a dragoon. My duty is to protect order in this world like my master, the dragon. I cannot let anyone disrupt the order of the world. I cannot let... Oh, I press... Even if it is my brother! Gasp! Big gasp! They are siblings! This is quite the turn of events.
Stop, Sierra.
My liege, oh. A brother and sister must not shed the blood they share. Let this one kill you instead, LOL.
Vadiz, tell me where the Mana Stone lies. Then you will not meet the same fate as the other two dragons.
Lark. I see. The Mana Stone is straight down that path.
Good dragon.
Who's a good dragon? You're a good dragon, yes.
Go, Lark, and see the error of your ways.
Yeah, she's really pretty as a cool dragon. The sprite art and everything is just absolutely fantastic. I shall soon be free. Of course, so will Dracorius. But I have a plan. Do not worry, Sierra. Your duty is fulfilled. You need not stay with me any longer. This is all I can give you. Ish platinum. Ish platinum.
Oh, you seem to have been dragged into this, but there is no going back now. I know not of anything that you're doing, and you just seem like the bad guy trying to kill me, but I'm just going to assume, since you're the protagonist of this game, that you were dragged into it unwittingly and unknowingly, and against your will, so I'm going to pretend to be your friend, even though I have no fucking clue. If Dracorius is not stopped, the entire world will suffer at his hands. I know this may sound strange, but you mustn't turn your back on this. Sure. Thank you. Hope, I wish to ask you a favor. Show me your powers. Okay, I'll kick your ass.
I will show you the power of the X button. Blap. Of course she just dodges right at the right moment. It's so stupid. I just, every time I use a special attack, I'm like, maybe this time, maybe this time, maybe this time. Nope. And it's never this time. Ow. And it puts me to sleep? Okay.
Yep, just go. Of course. Oh, there we go. Good. Get him, Yagamoth! Oh boy. Get off of it. If I hadn't gotten hit by that big explosion that I had 0 time to get out of, this wouldn't have been an issue. Got him. But yeah, that special ability went out that I couldn't avoid, and I had to kind of play all defensively there. But yeah. As I thought, your powers are excellent. I want you to go after Lark. My liege. I will be alright, Sierra. You must save Lark and Hope. S-Time, hero of Final Fantasy Lightning returns. The fight is definitely annoying. Yeah, the frickin' AoE thingy that she did, I didn't even have time to get out of it, which was kind of lame. Everything else is telegraphed really well. It's like I needed to already be moving to avoid it, you know? Wait, go after Lark? Where, though? I mean, I assume back to the underworld, I guess? It's the only thing I can think of. I really hope I'm right. Otherwise, it's basically guessing game again. I am Sierra the Dragoon. I was ordered by my master Vadis to hunt down Lark. I know who you are, but I cannot navigate the vast underworld by myself. I need your help. Will you come with me? Why does she need to introduce herself when I already know who she is? We just fought, like, 2 seconds ago. Let's go. Wait. I sense evil. In the underworld? Pfft. Okay.
Quite noble help. Dracorius. Dragoon, so you have come to retrieve your brother. How fraternal. This is just a token of my thanks. Take it. Hurry!
Oh no, we're all dead. Nice. You cannot repel me with your tricks, Dracorius. Yeah, Sierra has the most boopable snoot of this entire game so far. Welcome to the underworld. We got fun and games. Oh, Treshy. It's so nice of the underworld to have a nice kitchen, you know? It's always missing. Every time I go to hell, it's just like, I could really use a nice kitchen with, you know, shelving and a microwave and an oven and a sink that's big enough for everything, you know? Just never is the case. Very nice. Hey, what's up, Asher? How you been? Sounds like your aunt's place. Hell, but with a nice kitchen. Anthropomorphic animals have been a thing for ever since anime, honestly. Nothing really new there. Hey, Rageson, thank you for 32 friggin' mods on Twitch Prime. Did you know what day it is today? Why it's your dub-iversary? On a more serious note, thank you for many months of great content and entertainment. Well, thank you for your support, dude, and thank you for being an awesome person. Thanks for not being butt tier. Okay, but I already have the baptism of flame. I shouldn't need to do this again. There's the road I was looking for. All roads lead to hell. I mean, Rome. Is there a difference? Rising Eagle, caca! Completely guessing, by the way. I want to say all these like blue rooms are just treasures and stuff. Wait, what? How did I get back here? To the bottom of the underworld with you. Okay. I mean, I'm fine with that. Wait. I sense evil up ahead. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready to press the X button. All right, here we go. What is that?
At long last, after so many years, my wish is fulfilled! You served me well, Lark.
Lord Dracorius.
I may now return to my original form! And flee this pathetic underworld.
Not so fast, Dracorius. You'll have to get through us to see the surface. Lark.
Sierra.
Dracorius is just using you, can't you see it?
I know. That is why I want you to let me take him.
Lark? You can't be...
That is right, Dracorius. I collect mana energy for you, and you amplify it. And when the time of return is at hand, you and I will fight, and only the victor shall rise again. That was our agreement. Fight me as we agreed.
You are right, Lark. You are my dragoon and my dearest partner. You served me well, and I shall fight you as I promised. But first, you shall have your reward!
Garbla!
Garbla!
Garbla! Yeah.
What have you done to Lark? Why, just a little reward. Your brother always wanted to be a strong warrior like his sister. I merely granted him his wish.
Stop! Dracorius!
Now fight, Lark! Defeat your sister and demonstrate your strength!
Lark! Lark! Oh no, Lark.
Big puppers!
That is not a puppers at all. What? You turned him into a not puppers. This is the worst game ever. Why would you turn a puppers into a not puppers? This is insulting. Huff machine guns. Sure, why not? He was trying, yeah, trying to win, but he failed. Lark.
Sis, I knew what I was doing was wrong, but I wanted to return to the world of the living. Return to you.
Lark!
I'm sorry.
I will avenge you. So you're gonna seppuku yourself because you're the one that killed him, so... Decorious, so this is how you will rise again. Hooah! Or something. Oh, that's cool. That was pretty rad. Entrance of the flank. So this is Dracorius' fortress. I thought it had been destroyed.
I am glad everyone is all right.
Oh, it's you. Never mind.
Badis, this is my spirit form. My soul is with you.
You've been protecting us?
Badis, I have failed. I couldn't save Lark.
But mark my words, I will stop Dracorius.
Sierra, wait. There is a powerful barrier here. Once you enter, it may be impossible to return.
But Vadis,
You must not face Dracorius on your own, lest you be made into his servant as well as was Lark.
Lark is his servant?
Dracorius' weakness lies in his solitude. He believes no one he befriends. No one. What should I... All life is connected by ties that bind us together. That is your answer. The bonds of life which bring care and support, and will be of much use to you. Do remember those words. Hope?
World will suffer if we do not stop Dracorius.
He desires to subjugate all life in this world. Even the aloof dragons seek bonds with other life through their dragoons.
Dragoons, rather.
Such is the truth of life, and the absolute law of this world. Sierra, Hope, I entrust you with saving the bonds of life. Put a stop to Dracorius. Let us fight together, Hope.
Yeah, and Yagamoth! Oh. Let us fight together. Of course. We cannot return. Are you ready? I am ready.
I entrust you with saving the bonds of life. Put a stop to Dracorius.
Why does this feel like randomly the last dungeon? You know? Like, randomly the last dungeon now. You know? That's what it feels like. Like, the actual story was, hey, there's this Dracorius guy, killed 3 dragons, and oh man, he's bad, let's kill him instead. I've been working on the train. Hey, yeah. Sort of feels like just hammering away. Just hammering away. Peacemaker. Oh, that could be a weapon. We're gonna make some peace today. It's only one better. Cursed Bonehammer. Yeah, doesn't seem... Something about Cursed and Bonehammer doesn't really feel very appealing, you know, to like actually equip that ever. Uh-oh. Cursed Bonehammer is very romantic, yeah. Hammer? Barely knew her. Wow, 2.5 hours since our last save point. Yikes. That would have been a real feels bad moment if my game froze or something. Oh boy, we almost had a useful treasure, but then we didn't. It was like dragon blood. It could have been dragon sword. And I've been like, yeah. Or dragon bone hammer. Yeah, exactly. So you understand. Just as a heads up, though, this is very much feeling like Last Dungeon, which is really awkward for an RPG, although not that awkward for an action RPG of this era. So I kind of am feeling credits pretty soon, which is really weird. It's an awkward feeling for a game like this. But who knows, maybe it'll debate me and then actually give me a real story. The Dragon Found Potion. What's a found potion? What's up, Levelin? How you been, buddy? Yagamoth is the true hero of this game, it's true. He has more dialogue in this entire game than I do. Malice Crown. Oh, Malane Crown. Garbage. Seems good. Okay, it wasn't cursed. Pretty rough year, yeah. Hey, Dirty One, what's up, dude? It's definitely been a 2020, that's for sure. Well, how else are we supposed to celebrate our numerous failures? Damn it. I don't know if I should be going down or up, but I swear if I walk in this panel, I'm going to fall again, aren't I? Yeah. Wait, what? That was the right way? Or maybe this is a punishment boss. Come on, Yagamoth. Come on, buddy. Level up-oo. Wow, you took that hit and didn't die. Microtransactions in Crash 4. All right. Nice. Very cool. The dev says there aren't? Oh, okay. Never mind then. Creepy eye. None of these treasures are worth it, of course. I can't imagine what kind of microtransactions there would be, though. Less crashing? Yeah, skins are about as much as I can think of. Oh yeah, we already knew about that, Rakurai. That was like day one. They're like, yes, it will have canon plot that you will need to know in order to understand the Kingdom Hearts story. No surprise. Okay. You got me, Cade. You got me on that one. Good room for farming levels right in there, by the way. Honestly, I think it's just expected at this point from Kingdom Hearts. So it's like they just do it because. I'm still waiting for the first Kingdom Hearts game to actually have a story, honestly. We get all this setup but no actual story, you know? It's always like plot elements but never actual story. Still waiting. Still waiting. Maybe Kingdom Hearts 4 will have an actual story. Oh my god. The freaking musical collection with Canon Story. I see it. I see it, dude. I see it. Is that actually a thing, Glares, or is that just like a joke? There's these little spirits following me, but nope. Pretty sure this means I have to go all the way back, all the way through this whole loop all over again. This is a dumb fucking dungeon. I really hate it. This is reminiscent of Albert Odyssey right now, Final Dungeon. I'm afraid I'm going to spend 10 hours in here again. Rising Eagle! And then I shoot down, so it's not rising, it's descending. Wait, what? Okay, I guess we're doing another boss. Okay, maybe I needed to do that in order to, like, prevent something from stopping me or something. I don't know. Maybe both of those paths that I took were needed and I just happened to go the right way. I'll take that. Like having to drop down on purpose and then take the two separate ways. It does feel like there's some kind of resolution out of that. Yagamoth is definitely carrying. Absolutely agree. You know, it's just me, but I don't think Tootsie Rolls make good support pillars. What do you guys think? Death Stroke. Oh, well, it's better, supposedly. Well, look, how does that not look? Look at it! It's a Tootsie Roll. All right, let's see what daggers are like. Well, I'm doing a lot more damage. I move faster. Holy shit. Admonition. It's a very, very nice speed boost. Nope, still drops me down. Maybe I was supposed to go in the other one. I gotta do this whole loop all over again! You also can't run away from encounters, so I have to do it all of it, all over again. Every single time I go the wrong way or whatever. Oh, you chose wrong? Well, here's half an hour lost. Whoa. I think spamming square might be better with daggers. I guess we have another boss battle. Here he comes. Oh my god, she stole all my XP. Wow. She stole 800 of my XP. It's that where I came from? I can't remember anymore. Okay, this is where I fell into. I'm not so sold on dagger right now. I might go back to the sword just because it's easier to work with. The dagger doesn't allow me to just do the spam X thing. But it does hit much harder. It does. Okay, I just gotta time it better. Pegasus helm. I've had a Pegasus helm. That was like the second helm I ever got. All right, let me cross this thing now. Let me cross. Yes. Okay. Good. Finally. Yay. Dragon breath. Wait, I have 2 brave blades. Dracorius!
A dragoon, huh? I've never seen you before, even though you were in the last 3 cutscenes together.
I am the Dragoon Sierra. By order of my master, I have come to stop you.
Do you oppose me as much as your master does? How noble! Come hither!
Born to protect order, you deny the bonds of life. You are truly despicable.
Your brother is mine. Both brother and sister shall become my nourishment.
All the souls you have swallowed. Return to me, Jajara, Aggravator, and my brother Lark. Prepare to die, Dracorius.
Become my sustenance!
No, you. We're in Galaxy Land. Well, that's a big dragon. Oh, we died. Flipped him upside down. Hey, he roared away all my special bar. What a jerk. That's just gotta be phase 1. There's no way that's it. Mark. The castle's collapsing, hurry. Alrighty then.
Lark, do not touch him. Vadis, why? He stinks. He's really, really stinky. He's been in the sewers this whole time. That's not the underworld. You kids are just plain make-believe. It's the frickin' sewers. He's disgusting.
For 1,000 years from now, I will be trapped in the underworld with Tricorius.
If you touch him, you too will be cursed. You will not be able to stay away from the underworld. How terrible!
Such is the law of dragoons.
I would not have you carry everything.
No, Sierra, this is proof of my sin. I must carry the burden. I don't need 1,000 years to break the dead dragon's curse, and I'm used to the underworld. It's not bad once you get used to it. So you must return to the forest.
You haven't changed. You would always make me worry, but never acknowledge it. Okay, it's okay, Lark. I'll go see you next time. Sierra, now kiss.
Rawr! They're like, rawr. And then after that, and then... the Guardians of Order, the Blue Dragon and the Bone Dragon have risen again, I guess. Sure, why not? I'm still alive, haha! And so the stolen mana energy was safely returned to the Earth. I hate when my bone dragon arises. Wow! Few know of my brother and sister torn apart by constant warfare. And then there is no and then. And then. What? Finally reunited? 'Cause reasons. I haven't even aged, so, and I'm still there, so it wasn't that long. Couple days, maybe? Now what the heck do I do?
Did you come to invite me on an adventure?
Just came to say hi. That's too bad, I'm getting really rusty these days. So he's just like a party member I can recruit. Oh god, no, I don't wanna, no. Wanna leave? Take me up. The only thing I could think of is maybe go home and there's something new there. Take me with you. I've got some wicked spells I want to try out. Bud, are you alright? What's wrong? Shut up. I just feel weak, that's all. No adventures for you. Better get to bed. I'll be alright, but I'll take a break from adventuring for now. Brute Fortune Lady. I guess that we're doing that now. Dwaconius. Don't know where to go, but that's okay now. I will turn this whole world upside down until I figure out what to do. Ten Lucro. What are you doing? Vitamins, carotenes, potassium, fiber, polyphenol. It says red flowering, a blue student, and a silver mushroom. But I already did that. A cactus will save the sick child. Maybe we should just squeeze its juice and have the kid drink it. Okay, we're gonna squeeze a cactus. Back home, I guess. What's weird is I did talk to the cactus. Hope, he was chosen to go to the spiritual world. He is now going to become a part of a big, big tree. He's able to do this because of you, Hope. Thank you so much. What? There's a lot of sproutlings. He's going to become a big tree one day, too. No problem. I'm going to go ahead and die now. Okie dokie. The cactus upstairs got up and ran away. Wonder where your cactus went. We should look for him. Yes. All right. Take me with you. I'll be alright, but as soon as I take for a brush, blah, 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 blah. So we go and find the cactus now. I'm assuming he's somewhere on my property because the Cage of Dreams now also going. Cactus leaves. Smells like cactus. I cannot do that. We have no use for the mana tree. Bring back the sproutling you hid. He was supposed to rise to the spiritual world to become the mana tree. Oh, please help me. The man trapped the sproutling in a dream with dimensional magic. Now the sproutling won't be able to become the mana tree. Sproutling should remain as they are, and they shouldn't become the mana tree. I have lived long enough to see many catastrophic events occur over the tree's power. Has mankind ever used the tree's power for a noble purpose? Not once. We must eliminate the sources of quarrels. Peace is what we need. Suppose we could have lived without the mana tree, but I feel bad for the sproutling trapped in the dream cage. I would rescue him if only I had the power. Okay, why are you on my property and get the hell out of here? I'm going to have a chat with Nunuzak now. Would you like to join us? Sure! Sure. Things are happening, and I'm just sure. Why not? Hello, Nunuzak. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Sir Pokey. The time has come for the Sproutling. Let him go. Do the Wisdoms prefer war over peace, Sir Pokey? You must be aware that blood will be shed over the revived mana tree. We have proven that we can live without the tree's powers. Even if it is the wisdom's choice, I will not obey. The mana tree may not be a necessity, but it brings blessings to our lives. Likewise, love may not be a necessity, but even you know its blessings. Do you see what I'm saying? Nope. But some will harm and take the possessions of others to feel that bliss. I believe tranquility of one soul is not the desire anything. We will be better off without the mana tree in our lives. Nunazak, the world you see, is only a part of a vast universe. The mana tree is the source of unlimited power, but what it really does is remind us that the power is found within. It's not the materialistic wealth missing from our lives, it's love. Love? Love is power. Give it to another and you will bring bliss. Criminals, friends, strangers, and even yourself. All is reborn when you forgive, love, and understand. The wisdom sure do seem to be masters of trickery with words. Nunazak, you believe that fools outnumber the wise. You seem to think that you are fighting the fools in a war. You're fighting against the pessimistic world that only exists in your head. None of the creatures that God has created are truly fools. All you need to do is believe it. Reality is not the dream that you are preaching. Villains like the Deathbringer will surely come to the manor. You know, why is a rug and a bird with like a tiger with a weird hat I just want to know why there's a rug talking. You know? Then I would have to teach my pupils about true conjuration. The world would return to the age of darkness. What you describe is a thing in the past. Do not waste your life away doubting all you see, Nunazak. How can you think that God has created this world only for suffering? Our very existence, not our behavior, is foolish. If that is what you believe, then that is how it shall be. Sir Pokey! But I am an old-timer. Please lead me through a world with your supreme power and wisdom. I'll trust you to do whatever you believe in. Even if you decide to destroy the world, I shall pray for you. Sir Pokey! And suddenly I'm here. Oh, Thorn of... Yeah, suddenly I'm here now. Oh yeah, we fought those. We fought those the other day. Moist. Ugh, ow. Huh? Where am I? I have to go to the mana tree. It's our job to focus the light of love on the mana tree's wounds. Hope, take the sword, close your eyes, and imagine. You got the AF sort of mana. Huh? Wait, it's mana AF. Oh, okay, and now we're out of that place. Now, okay. Interesting how they hold the sword of mana like that. It's cool. Meh. Made the tree of mana. Sort of meh. Yup. What'd you miss? Nothing really.
Welcome to the Sanctuary of Mana.
Legend of... That's the name of the game! That's the name of the game! That's the name of the game! Legend of Mana! Oh my god! That's the name of the game! Legend of Mana! Son of the name of the game! Oh my god, it's right there!
The Mana Goddess is the light, and thus she could not see herself. She used her light to outline herself in shadow. Her visions began the creation of the universe. Everything in the world has a common beginning, her light. But the desire to know oneself became shadow and separated us. Do not detest the darkness, that is all you need to know. Words are your powers. The goddess will speak to you with her powers. If you know you can handle that power, then proceed. Yeah, sure, whatever.
This is gorgeous, man. I love the intertwining vines that you're climbing up and stuff, too. Ooh. I'm traversing her soft lilies. Those madmen actually did it! Hi, I want to kill you. I'm fucking this thing up as Minnie. Minnie is not nearly as devastating in this mana game. Legend of Minnie. Wait, Mickey's waifu? Oh, this was actually Kingdom Hearts, you fucko! Oh, and then we're back here. Hey, stop stealing my XP, you little squirt! Ooh, treasure. Can't wait for this material that I'll never use. Wow, great. The treasures in this game are so valuable and awesome and worthy, and I'm so happy when I find one. God dang, it's pretty though. So friggin' pretty. You know what I think? I think you should be able to do something like you can in Final Fantasy VII, where you press select and it shows you all entrances and exits. You should be able to do something with this game, and then it would forgive a lot of the really hard to see destinations. Who built a bridge here? Treasure! Can't wait to be disappointed again. Yeah! An ether! Hi, this is the Sanctuary Mana. Bad monsters doing really bad things to Mana Tree. They're coming here to suck out the tree's energy. That's a bad monster. No! Mirror piece. Okay. So a glass shard. I got a piece of glass. That's what I got. Virgin sigh. Where do I go? What? It's like a 3x3 grid of these little altars, and I've been to them all, so... What? What? I guess I haven't been to this one, actually. Gambentine, huh? Oh, that was what I was supposed to do. Weird. I am the light. I am the darkness. Half of myself is what you have fought in the past. I create and destroy, and I create again. I am love. Not all of me is just. Not all of me is pure. It is only half of myself. Those who desire my other half cross their swords. People's freedom is lost, and my truth is buried. I shall now show you my darkness. You must defeat me and become a hero. Open the path to those who search for me. I love how the last dungeon, or well, I'm assuming last dungeon feeling weapon is like staff of 10 attack power as a drop rate, or as a drop item. Did that actually hit her, or no? I don't think it did. Got him. Blah. Wonder if I'm timed here by that eclipse. She just like randomly knocks me back and I can't do anything there. Pretty. I love how this looks like some kind of like pool of, but it's like reflective, but it's also, I don't know, it feels like a little pool and a mirror, but also like a water source, but also the pinnacle of the tree. I don't know, there's so much like going on in this place, and it looks really, really cool. I am a Sproutling and came here to heal the mana tree. Okay. Is this the point of the game where we really, really, really hate Nicolo and we want him to burn in hell? The mana tree calls, I gotta go! The wind shall take thee. What could that possibly mean? Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Why does it feel like I beat it? all the little sproutlings coming to help out. And yep, we plants are all connected at our roots. We might look like separate beings, but we are one plant in the real dimension. Everyone with a soul always disappears. We don't have souls, so we always stay with something. I also like, you know, counting stars. You know, there has to be a lot of stars. We're here only because we like staying here. Okay. Well, we beat it. I guess we beat it. And that's credits. All right. I mean, okay. Sure. What an oddly great and not at the same time game. What, I don't understand. This is such a like a polarizing experience in that regard, you know? I don't think that qualifies it as it's not a forgiveness. That's not a factor that forgives it, in my opinion, Rakurai. Making it really disjointed and confusing and utterly like limited and yeah, just because it's like made for multiple playthroughs. There are other games that are made for multiple playthroughs that are much better done, you know? But stick around, we're gonna give a full review of this game. We're gonna give a full review of this game. Yeah, I know you're not saying that. It's more just, you know, expanding on what you said. I like this track though. I didn't touch forging. I knew that forging existed in this game and I never found it. And the fact that it's so short and supposedly forging is so complicated, I can't imagine why anyone would bother. The game was insanely easy too. Why would you even want to bother with a crafting system? Ever. By the way, Okami is the winner for the next game. Okami on PS2 is the winner. There was this game lasted a day, so I mean, it wasn't really a whole lot of time for votes, and Okami got a big one. So Okami on PS2 will be our next viewer choice game. Hey, what's up, Dragon? Oh, yes, the game is already over, and Okami won the vote. Yeah. It was oddly short. Very oddly short for an RPG, especially a Squaresoft game. He's dead. He died. Finn Aminon on Twitch. Oh my god. It's like this beautiful music and visuals and track, and it's like this fancy Finn. It's like da 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 da, but that's great. Oh my god. Oh, frickin' heck. I'll just save over this. I don't have the memory on this memory card. Thank you, City, for the $5 donation for Trails in the Sky. Looks like there's some New Game Plus kind of stuff going on in here. Oh, let's check out this see what that does. Yeah, it's straight up New Game Plus. Straight up New Game Plus. Okay. That's neat. That's neat that they have that. So you can go and experience the additional stories and stuff. That's cool. Alright, let's do the reveal. Give me a minute. do the review. We're gonna do the review, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a minute to set up here. Oh, Cindy also wants Trails in the Sky as a vote. So I will get you down in a moment. First, let's set this up. Perfect. Now do it on Nightmare Mode. I don't think it has anything like that. So as we're going through the reviews, I urge you to all participate and let me know how you guys feel about the game as well. And we'll talk about it in detail and all that good stuff. So first off, as you can see, Okami is the winner, and it is labeled in purple, which means I have played it but not beaten it. But when I say I played it on the Wii version, and it's a little awkward, and I played for about an hour. So I didn't really play it. It's gonna be more or less a blind play, but having played Legend of Mana and it being much shorter than I expected, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, we're done. But that was a very, very short game, way shorter than I expected. And Okami is our winner, and there you go, boom. We're gonna go ahead and wipe the votes as we always do to keep it kind of fair, more fair this way. Feel like we never started the game, but we never beat it. That's kind of how I feel, yeah. And you wanted Trails, right? So, Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Here you go, Cindy. Trails in the Sky is the only PC, the first three Trails games are the only three exceptions to the PC rule, the non-PC, it's only console, because I have Cold Steel PS4 Collector's Edition. That was a gift to me, so I'd like to play these three so I can play those as well. Yeah, red games, the ones that are highlighted in red means we have finished it. So all these fully highlighted in red means we've finished them and done all the reviews and stuff. A lot of games, huh? We've gotten through so many. It's really grown. And also I want to thank you all for voting to let me play Legend of Mana. Thank you so much for all your support there. And of course, thank you for all your votes to get Okami in as well. And anybody else that voted for anything else that may not have made it, but I still thank you for that support, so thank you very, very, very much. Any chance you could sort them so the red games go to the bottom? The only thing I could maybe do is, like, put a value in the votes thing that makes it appear under a blank spot, and I don't know what that would be. I kind of would like to sort them at the bottom, but it's limitations of this and my knowledge of spreadsheets, so I don't know. Alright, so rating system. How does this work? We rate on a 5 as average scale. What does that mean? It means 5 is freaking average, not 7. If I give a game score of 5, it means it was alright. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good, it was just kind of somewhere in the middle. You might like it, you might not like it, whatever. It's somewhere in the middle. 4 to 6 is gonna be your vast majority of data. Like 60 to 70% of data falls within this range of 4 to 6. It's just the way it works. I mean, it's not exact. I'm not a math magician, but you get the point. As you can see, the inside of this curve is the data points. So you can see this is the biggest chunk of it by far. Sardines! The biggest chunk of sardines by far. Thank you, Biggs, for the 100 bits and the vote to Shin Megumi Tensei Nocturne. Just wanted to make sure it was Nocturne 1 because it does have to go in order. So Nocturne 1 has to come before Nocturne 2, but thank you very much. 68 for the first standard deviation, 95 for the second, and 99 for the third. There you go. So very rare for things to be exceptional. Nice. Say it, Asher, with the 150 and the vote for Lunar 2. Now, I will say, Lunar 2 can be played before Lunar 1 because I have played both Lunar 1 and Lunar 2, but those were games that were restored to my collection and I want to reward that, so that one is okay. Thank you very much, Slay and Asher, for the vote to Lunar 2. You might have some support there. I know at least one other person that very much wants me to play Lunar 2, so. Not everybody abides by 5 as average because they're so afraid of giving a game a score of 5 because they think that because they've been taught by corrupt game review bullshit that 7 is average. You know, 7's okay. I can't play a game of 7. I don't know. 7 is a good score. 7's a good score. If you rate on a 5, okay. Let me just clarify. If you rate on a 7 as average scale, where it's like, it's okay, 7, 1 through 5 don't matter anymore. You are now rating from 6 to 10. It's a 1 through 5 scale. You're ignoring half of all the possibilities. So no. No. All right. When we talk about game score reviews, we're talking about individual subjects. We try to encompass as much of what this score means as possible. That means like animations, color use, aesthetics, style, everything coming together that has to do with your eyeballs, how it's made, you know, repetitious points like reused rooms or assets or things like that obviously bring the score down. And ground clutter, detail in the environment, that kind of thing. Same goes with audio. Sound effects can have an effect on this, as well as voice acting and that kind of thing. Gameplay can be something as small as how you move around the field to as the depth of the combat styles and how it controls. Story, same deal. Side stories can kind of influence this, not just the main plot, but also how it comes together and how it's written and how well it's conveyed to the player and delivered. Design is like a game design. It's like game design philosophy and style, like how well built it is, how cohesive it is, how well it expresses and conveys to the player what they need to do, etc., 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 that kind of thing. All the things having to do with game design. IGN has given some games like a 2 or something like that, but it's usually because it was just that bad. But they just skip like 3, 4, and 5, just right down to 2, you know? Enjoyment is my own personal enjoyment. How much did I enjoy the game? Let's get into it. You can see all the games that we've reviewed before. We also have some more down here from my personal choice reviews. These are all the viewer choice reviews right here. Okay, that was Jack and Daxter. This is last was Jack and Daxter. This is Legend of Mana. Can someone get me the review, the release date of Legend of Mana? And this is going to be Okami on PlayStation 2, and that's a adventure, I believe. June, that's the US release date, 6/2000. Wow, that's relatively recent. That's a very late release PlayStation game. That's no wonder it looks so good. I don't think anybody can contest how absolutely staggering the visuals were in this game. Absolutely, mind-blowingly, amazingly amazing. Like, pinnacle, trend-setting, I don't know what else to say. Like, these are insane visuals. The amount of color and detail and richness and uniqueness of each world. Every screen is a brand new thing that's just so full of life and color and vibrance. This world is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Character animations are pretty cool, pretty okay, and they're definitely not bad. They're very good. Everything about this game just reeks with visual integrity, and you cannot deny how good these are. And to me, It's an easy, it's not even worth talking about. It's just an easy 10. Easy 10. Audio too. Dang, playing as like savage. So the audio is definitely not nearly as good as the visuals are in this game. And the reason I say that is because first off, the audio is very good. It's a great OST, but it lacks significantly in a lot of variety, and it's a little repetitious, and the looping is rather small. Most of the worlds use pretty much the same track. There was about 3 or 4 that were cycled. There was the town music. You know what was really weird is that just Home itself had like 5 tracks. Why? Why does Home have 5 tracks and then you can't develop a few more tracks for the environments and worlds and stuff like that? I was really already set to give this game's OST a 9. Like before I had finished the game, I was like, man, this OST is a easy 9. But then the longer I played, the more repetitious the music became and the more short loops I noticed. And the tracks didn't really get better. They definitely front-loaded the OST right out of the gate. And while that's great because you should draw on your audience, it's like making an empty promise almost, you know? They're like, hey, look how rich and amazing this OST is gonna be. You're in for a freaking treat. And then you get there, and then it's just we got lazy near the end there. We didn't feel like doing anything else. So while the tracks are great, there's not a lot of them, and the loops are pretty short, and it kind of detracts from it a little bit. And there was really only like 1 or 2 tracks in it that I was just like, this is amazing, but then the loop was short, and it really was more of a frustration. Each main storyline does have unique soundtracks as well. Oh, that's cool. It's too bad that they don't utilize it across all the stories, since finding out where the stories are in each path is a crapshoot. So, but I'm going to give it an 8 on the OST, which I think is more than fair. Oh, gameplay. Oh boy, here it comes. 4. Oh, jeez. RPG chick just absolutely slapping down on it right now. Oh man, everybody. I mean, listen, the gameplay of this game, I pressed X. I pressed X a lot. But it's not even mash X. It's like slightly offset the timing of X a little bit to where you lose your combo. X is 10 in Roman numerals? I mean, that's true. So here's the thing about gameplay. Moving around the field was aggravating and slow, and going up and down was significantly slower than going left and right, and that made it frustrating. The world map situation was really neat, but I have no idea what in the absolute F the point of it was. Why even have a map like that? Why not just have areas open up as you get them? What's with the artifact thing? It makes no sense whatsoever. Just place an artifact arbitrarily in the map, and then there's mana stuff on the things that they mean stuff, probably. I don't know. It just... Where's the conveyance? Like, where is the game saying, ah, yes, this is what this means? You know? You've never seen a 10 on anything? Oh, we have 10s. We have 10s. We have a lot of 10s now, actually. The first 10 was Nier Automata, but a lot of 10s on the personal choice reviews, like with Yakuza, was it Yakuza 2 Kiwami? That was a 10 on story. Last of Us Part 2 got a lot of 10s, and Final Fantasy VII Remake got a lot of 10s as well. But this year has been insane for video games. Insane. So It's rare for 10s. It is definitely rare for a 10. I don't want to start throwing them around just because a few games have started getting them. These games are leading the charge in their respective genres and stuff. So, I mean, they deserve those 10s. But, yeah, it is rare for a game to get a 10. But anyway, gameplay mostly felt frustrating. There was this cool, like there was multiple weapons, and you pick one at the beginning, but it's arbitrary. It means nothing. As soon as you want to change your weapon, you just can. So it's like you don't get any bonuses. You learn these ST skills, but then it's like you just learn 2, and then you're done, and then you never learn an ST skill again, and there's no like skill build or anything like that. You never develop more than just the 1 or 2 STs that you get, and it just kind of felt empty. It was like there was this build up, and then it just kind of left you hanging. I didn't really get to mess around with too many of the weapons, but I only really got 3 weapons that were ever any better. I got a spear, I got a 2-handed sword, and I got a dagger. And they kind of played slightly differently, but not all that much. Special skills were frustrating to use because every time you did, the enemy would just casually sidestep it or go into random iframe mode, and it just made that really annoying as well. And it ended up being that the best way to go was just to press X, and that was it. That's it. That's all there was. There was nothing deeper than that. And even though it did give you a soft attack and a hard attack, the hard attack never was worth it. It did a little bit more damage for a huge animation lock. And even completing the combo of X wasn't worth it because it locked you down. It said you couldn't move for a while. And I was like, why? Why? There was also the tree thing with the instrument crafting. Why? That made no difference, no sense, no significance to the story or the combat or the gameplay or anything. Yeah, you can get mana thingies and coins to make instruments for nothing. They're just there to capture more monsters so that you can do nothing with it as well. And then the monster breeding thing, I don't know. Maybe if I'd gone back and tried to breed a monster 80% of the way through the game when I actually had one to breed, I would have maybe seen something with that, but it also was just kind of there. It's like, it built all these tools and all these things, and I have no idea how good they are, or what they do, or what purpose they serve, but the game was so absurdly short, it was like, why? Why do you even have these features that are completely... You never have time to even utilize them. They're just, that's it, over, you lost the guy, there, no, yep, you're done. Why is it there? Why is it even a factor, you know? What else? Game was way too short. No conveyance whatsoever. Just I don't understand where they were going with the gameplay and everything. It was frustrating that there was so much built on this game and none of it was ever realized. But the game was never unfun. Let me reiterate. Let me make sure you guys understand. The game was never unfun. Going around and pressing X on things was fun. But if the game lasted any longer, I think it would have started being unfun. So I think the shortness kind of actually does it a favor in keeping the game fun while you play it. And I think the replay of a game like this would kind of reset that feeling, a little bit. It's like, you're never not having fun, and then it's like, okay, this is starting to get old, and then you beat the game, and then if you do a new game plus or another thing, you reset that fun, you reset that frustration of the monotony of gameplay, It's 2 players, well, yeah, but that only goes so far, honestly. I think I'm in agreement with everybody else who was saying 4 on gameplay, and I'm also going to give it a 4 on gameplay. It's below average at best. New Game Plus has 2 harder difficulty settings that make learning how stuff actually works feel more rewarding, but it shouldn't actually explain stuff. I mean, look, if a boss has a higher HP pool, all I gotta do is press X for a longer period of time. Because they don't hit you, they telegraph everything, and then you move out of the way, and then you just hit X again. Story. Was there one? Was there one? I don't think it's a diamond in the rough. I think it's more like there are diamonds in this rough. That's the more accurate statement. It's rough in here, and there's some diamonds that you can pick out of it. To me, there is no story whatsoever. There is barely any writing. There's barely any dialogue. There's no player motivation whatsoever. You wake up and there's this beautiful house you're in. You start going, and then it's just like there's some dialogue kind of here and there, but like the plot triggers are somewhere. Half of the plot triggers were me just randomly talking to an NPC that had no connection to the plot, and it's just like, yeah, here, take this item, and then it's like, go. Half of the levels that I explored, I have no idea if they have anything to do with the actual story or plot. No idea. I'm pretty sure that ship that I went on with the ghost, I probably didn't even have to do it. Like, all this stuff that doesn't even tell you whether or not it's important to the plot. It just kind of is there. And I mean, while I'm perfectly fine with exploring all this stuff, I used every single artifact that I ever found, and it only took me 10 hours to do still. Why, you know? Why? I don't understand why it's so disjointed. There was no main story. You know what the main story was? Mana. That's it. Mana is the story, and then everything else in between that happens is like just a generic side story that's barely even written out. Just a couple of character exchanges, and the only real story that there ever was in the entire game, for my side, was kill the 3 dragons. Ah, no, he's the bad guy. We'll kill him now. Oh, he's a dragon too. Okay, we did it. And then that had nothing to do with the actual main story. It was also a side story. Why? Why? It was also a side story. It had nothing to do with it. Zero. Other than mana. That's it. Yeah, there's mana. We return the mana. Great. Great. I don't think this game qualifies as having a story. I'm going to give it a 2. It's a fair score. I appreciate that. Knowing that you're a big fan of the game Starstalker, it makes me happy to hear that. Thank you. Yes, you know, if it was much more about the world and like building that world and seeing the mana come together and everything, they could have done that so much better. You disagree but you've been through the game many times. Here's the thing, though. The route that I took is probably the most likely one that everybody takes, because it's the only one that you can really, like, see up front. I'm willing to bet any other story route is well hidden within really arbitrary plot triggers. And that, whether that story is good or not, is irrelevant because it's hidden so deeply away from the player, they're never going to experience it anyway. And that's also a bad design choice. Which brings us to our next score, and yes, Okami is next. Game design. I think this game's game design is really bad. I think this game fails pretty monstrously when it comes to game design. And it's not because the game is broken or unfair or unfun. It's because it lacks cohesiveness. It's a hodgepodge of things happening in no particular order or way or reason, and the player is completely non-directed in any way, shape, or form. However, the one forgiveness that the game does in this scenario is that it tells you that you place artifacts and you find places to go. But like, when you get into a dungeon, almost every single dungeon is a maze of random plot triggers and 15 different ways to go on every screen. And it really is hard to get a grasp of what's going on and where to go, and you're gonna get lost a lot. Now, granted, I did beat the game very quickly. I wasn't able to get, locked down too hard. Additionally, you had to fight every enemy no matter what. So every time you screen transition and it's the wrong way, which is going to happen a lot, you have to fight all the monsters again because they instantaneously respawn, and then you can't run away from any battle, so you can't just like walk through the battle screen and go to the other side and be done with it. No, you got to fight everything again, and you have to collect every single item a monster drops before the battle ends, or it has to despawn. So you have to sit there and wait a lot of the times, or like scatter yourself and collect your 5 XP from a low-level monster you don't want to kill. And that can be a little aggravating. Now, granted, it wasn't that bad, but it is the design choice that they went with, which is not a good one. You're not really too bothered by it, but it definitely starts to drag on, especially if you were to get lost and not know where to go, and you were going back into old levels. Whew, that would be really aggravating, and I do not envy anybody that got so lost that they went back into old dungeons, having to fight all the low-level battles all over again, trying to figure out where to go and to find plot triggers and stuff. That feels like really frustrating style of design. And so anybody that wants to go back and did that, or anybody that did go back and do that, probably didn't like it too much. I went to towns first because I didn't want to get trapped in battles or really confusing maze-like dungeons. So I went to towns first, and that ended up being the solution, and we found our way through. But it's not a good choice. It's not a good design choice. And there are other aspects of this game that are really good, well-designed features. Trying to think. It sucks, too, because I couldn't even explore half of these features. So let's talk about features that wasn't even really able to see, and that was seed growing and instrument crafting, weapon and armor crafting, and monster breeding. Apparently, these are all really great. I didn't need them. The game was 2 seconds long. Why? Why even have these complicated... It's like they spent all the time... Well, okay, define great. I mean, I don't know. What I mean by great is that it's great that they have it, right? It's great to have monster breeding mechanics. It's great to have this, like, farming mechanic. It's great to have this crafting mechanic. But I never got to experience 3 out of 4 of those. So I never really felt the need to go crafting or monster breeding or anything, and I tried managing the foresty thingy, but I just threw some stuff in a bin, and then that's it, I guess. Why was it even there? Like, seriously, why was it there? Why was the tree thing there, the gardening? To get fruit to feed to elements? Or wait, no, that wasn't it. Wait, why was it there? Monster capturing? I don't know. I don't know. It's just there's these mechanics and they're irrelevant because of the narrow scope of the game and its length. I don't want to hurt the design score too much because it still works. You can get to point A to point B, but there's very, very little direction, and that hurts the score significantly. Just being this kind of hodgepodge of things. You know what it feels like? It feels more like a tech demo of look at the systems that we can do, but then there's no connecting dots between those systems and the urgency or necessity of those systems whatsoever. So you just have thing, but it's irrelevant. So it feels like more like, hey, look, developers, look at what we can do. We can have this crafting system that does this. Look, we can have this monster breeding system that does this. Look, we can do that. But it didn't motivate me in any way. I'm really torn here on this score because the game is gorgeous. It's really beautiful. There's a lot to love about this game, and I enjoyed it quite a bit just from the visual and audio perspective alone. And the combat never really bothered me. It didn't bother me, but it's definitely going to bother other people, and that's why the score is low, because I'm trying to be objective. I have to be true to myself. I can't try to like butter it up, and I'm going to give the design a 3. That was a sudden end on that track. It's exactly. Now, I just want to say we're on our final score, the subjective score. This game has this magic to it, and there's a reason why it's well loved, and it's because it's just pretty. It's pretty and it sounds great, and you don't care about all the in-between stuff. You just want to be in it. You just want to be playing it. I played half a day of Legend of Mana yesterday, and I was like, this game is something else, I tell you what. But all night and all day, I was like, ooh, I get to go back to Legend of Mana. Oh, I get to go back to Legend of Mana. You know, because I didn't care about the story or the design or you know, the not so great gameplay. I just wanted to be in this magical world that felt good to be in. And to that end, you can't put a score on that. It's like Dragon Warrior 8. You just don't know why you love it so much. You just do. You just do. And you can't just deny this kind of magical feeling that you get from playing this game. And I really enjoyed myself. I had a great time. It was short and sweet, and the rest of the stuff didn't matter. Getting lost was very frustrating, of course, so I didn't absolutely love the game, but I definitely had a good time. And we're gonna give it a 7. Total score being 18, 22, 24, 27, 34. 34 out of 60. I've always said anything 30 or up is a good game. If you go up and down this list and you see anything 30 or up, it's worth playing. Unfortunately, Jack and Daxter did not make the 30 and plus, and it's kind of hard to recommend that game, so I do stand by that. If I were to give this game a generic score, like IGN 6 out of 10, I would actually give it a 7 out of 10 if I were to just say, hey, it's a 7 out of 10 game. Because these two scores are the reason you play it, right here. This is it. This is the reason you play it, and because of that, it has this very, very charming, enchanting feel to it, and you just want to play it. And so I think it's got a lot to speak of. It's got value. I can't express that enough. Game design is not everything, like story is not everything. And in RPG, I think story is really important. Obviously, it's gameplay is the most important, and story is the second most important. After that, it's game design, audio, and then visual. Those are the order of importance. But it's not everything. It's not the only reason you play games. It's not the only reason you play RPGs. And it's certainly not the only reason you play Squaresoft games. So there you go. There's our review. of Legend of Mana. If you're on YouTube, feel free to leave a comment on how much you absolutely likely disagree with me.